Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Sean, kick to the curb. Hey, David, Mac, Theron, Willow. Anybody I missed? Welcome in, everyone. Happy Monday. That's the first time you've seen the intro. That's impressive, really. We have had that for a while. It's gotten much zanier as of late because people keep redeeming, making modifications to it. So now it has lizards crawling on it, and then more lizards and more lizards and more. There's 6 different lizards crawling around. Oh, great. Here come more lizards. You know what? That's fair. It does only happen at the beginning. There they go. Look at them all. Jeez. We're working on battle menu. There's no need to rebel. All is well. Okay. So we have this radial menu now that lines up with this gear, which I think is fun. It's neat, but like taking away all your happiness. It was getting a bit out of hand. The original intent for it was on nights where I'm not doing game dev, like where I'm playing Mario Maker, because that was a thing for a while. We could take a 10-minute break to do something productive for the game so that, okay, we still had a productive night even though it wasn't a development night. This was back in like August or so. And then it started to get a little bit out of hand where it was, all right, we're doing it. We're making the video game. And then someone was like, break your flow, change to working on something different. I'm like, well, there goes all my productivity for the night. I got to get momentum built up. So I think it was starting to become counter to its initial reason for being. Very unfortunate, but that is the way it goes. All right, so these things. You can build momentum by riding a bike. You would think... No, wait, no, you can't. Hang on. Okay. So we want to check in our new little system, our combat main menu. We are iterating over the looping menu items. We want to know which one is currently selected. So we want to look by the offset, right? Is that right? I guess that's right. Maybe that's right. Dead. But it hasn't been bike for ages. There have been... It's fine. Bike fell out of favor with chat. More lizards. So look at the current select index. I want to know which of these is actually selected, I guess. Hotspots that get child account. Okay. Huh. 2.5K on TTS to get you to bike. Maybe later. I really want to make this video game. I'm a legendary streamer, it's true. I gotta make this video computer game by 2028. Chat is actively plotting against getting this game out. It's ridiculous. This level of trader ship. I did, yeah. We did that on stream back in October, right when it released. Myself, Theron in chat, Germ Dove, and Hillbilly Al. The 4 of us did a multiplayer run through. It was really fun. It was really good. We didn't really get into quality that much. Like, very, very little. Oh, it was really fun though. How did you enjoy the DLC yourself? 2030 is the year for paper likes. You'll all see. Well, I got to be ahead of the curve then. So I want to calculate how fast it is to the rightmost position. You've not beaten it yet. Okay, okay. 2 planets. Everything but Gleba, I assume? Or was Gleba one of your first 2? Oh, see, the rotation actually matters quite a bit, too. So we're looking for the absolute distance of the hotspot to, of the hotspot itself. Gleba is very good. Kevin, thank you for that lizard party. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. 60 lizards. Go. Vulcanus and Fulgora. We did the same. Vulcanus first, and that gave us a supply of just raw materials. Fulgora we did second, which having the extra productivity for chips is big. Love those lizards. They're so earnest. They're just out there doing their best. We're going to see if we can get one of those in the game as a partner in some form. Not in that exact form. Did we do Gleba second? You know what? We might have. My personal plan going into it, and I think the way I did it on my single player run, was Vulcanus, Fulgora, Gleba. Gleba was rough. It was rough. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Hotspot 1 is right there. So we're looking for how close you are to hotspot number 1, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like more bugs on more planets would have been nice. Honestly, that's one of my big complaints about Factorio in general, is I just feel like there should be more of everything. Like, there should be more varieties of bugs. There should be more types of power generation. Like, you go from steam to nuclear. Yeah, more enemies. It'd be good. It'd be good. So I want to know not which one's closest to hotspot 1, but which one is closest to rotation 0. And then calculating the distance from that hotspot is another thing entirely. So, what is this? Menu item index is just our loop. Don't worry about that. We want our hotspot index. Vadiel game. The burner was pretty cool. That's true. It's Al. Famed cameo from Shine. Okay, so this is how we get the hotspot. And I want to know how close you are to... Or do I want... I haven't seen your cameo yet. Let me check my notes. My Shine notes. I'm in level 5. Al, you might be in level 4. Well, now I kind of want to check. I'm like, wait, who's where? Do you guys know it's possible to just check? You can just do that? There are programs that let you do that? What? I've been trying to figure some things out about Shine. There he is. Oh, wait. I was wrong. Al gets the coveted level 6 spot. So each of the portrait rooms has some glyphs, and it's a cryptogram, and I've already deciphered them. I know what each letter means. I did a frequency analysis. 6th strongest mole. So I went to a handful of the portrait rooms and I wrote down the glyphs for each to determine what the frequency is for each one. Because the idea is that, assuming English text, most likely E is going to be the most common. And sure enough, it was. There were a few other clues I was able to use to piece together all the other letters. And so far, I haven't found anything useful to do with this key that I've made, this answer key that I've made. So now I'm like, well, where are all the secrets that I can use this on now? Because the things in the portrait room are not deep secrets. It's basically flavor text for the portraits. What about the zip file? That's the big mystery. So here's, all right, let's, you know what, why not? Let's dip into a little bit of discussion about lunar magic. All right, spoilers, Shine spoilers. So normally, you go into Lunar Magic, you can open up the message boxes for a specific level. But none of the levels that have message boxes actually have anything in this memory location. Instead, there's a whole nother bit of flavor text in this block of memory that does not correspond to the message boxes in the game. So there are things hidden in the memory that are not accessible in the game, for one thing. Like the level names, the list of level names, he's actually stored some text in those as well, beyond just the 12 levels that you can access. So I am trying to figure out that there was a clue at the end of the credits. And I was like, aha, all right, this is what starts the hunt, is this clue at the end of the credits. But there is what I am assuming, it's open to interpretation is one of the big problems. So because of that, I'm like, well, great. It's vague enough. Would he require you to go into Lunar Magic to find these secrets? Some of these secrets are only available in Lunar Magic, so I'm assuming there's some reason. Or there's something that you would have to go into Lunar Magic for, but I'm not actually that well versed with Lunar Magic. I have at least confirmed that I have found all the portrait rooms. Well, yeah, so okay, think of like the Barb puzzles where it's like, oh, you know, when when cordite is in the air, climb the second chain. That kind of stuff. It's like, okay. And there's something to it. But what if you got to the second chain and there was nothing there? It's like, oh. Huh, was that a clue? Am I looking in the wrong place for a second chain? Do I have to push some button input to make something happen? Is this not a complete clue? It's that sort of thing. There is a very clear piece of text that I didn't have to translate. It's probably a mushroom. Impossible. Welcome in, Tintype. I don't want to spoil I don't want to spoil specifically what was at the end of the credits. But it mentions an element that is only found in one level, and then a more specific obstacle that is very open to interpretation. It's like, okay, that could be a X. Let's say that, that could be a thwomp, but the level doesn't have any thwomps. It's like, it's that level of thing. It's like, what? The last thwomp in the level with such and such background, well, that clue doesn't work. So now I'm like, is it something... Wait a second. Oh no, I think I just solved it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Under the last... What does that mean? If I knew more about lunar magic, this might make sense. This might make more sense. Okay. All right. Cover your ears if you don't want spoilers for Shine. Or specifically the ARG for Shine. The clue is specifically... Here it comes. Spoilers. And for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, Shine is a recently released Super Mario World ROM hack that was created by a friend of ours. The last clue is, under Crescent Moon, the last witch casts a spell for peace. I took that to mean the level that has a crescent moon in the background, because of course I would. And the last witch, I was like, oh, maybe there were some Magic Koopas in that level that I didn't remember. But I got back, I went back through the level. There are some fireballs that appear, but that just leads you to a story room. There's a story room in every level that does not require translation, and I've got screenshots of all the text for puzzle solving purposes in case that comes up. But no, Crescent Moon, the last witch casting a spell, that's gotta be lunar magic. Right? Lunar magic. Which is the program you use for editing ROM hacks. Great. Cool. What do I make of that? The last witch casts a spell for peace. And that's like, if I knew more about the tools available in Lunar Magic and like the UI, maybe that would be flashing alarm bells for me to be like, oh yeah, obviously you gotta look in here. But, no, I don't actually know what that could mean. Under Crescent Moon, the last witch casts a spell for peace. The last witch. The last button? Open edit animation settings dialog? No. Help? About lunar magic? No. Okay, so that's where I am right now. I've jotted down all the story notes. There are hidden notes in the level names and everything else. Not the visible level names, the ones you can only access in Lunar Magic, which that's something. So my next goal for that, what I planned was, okay, I'll open up the game in a hex editor. I'll open up the ROM in a hex editor and just look for any English text. And it turns out that ROMs don't actually work that way. And there might be a little bit of extra step. Because maybe text is encoded in some way in a ROM that I'm not familiar with. That's fine. We'll figure it out. But now more than ever, I do feel like this is talking about Lunar Magic is where the clue actually leads. Because I thought it just led to a story room, and it's like, why would the credit sequence have a clue for where to find the story room on one of 12 levels? Yeah, me too, because it will make it last a lot longer. Like, if it's like, oh yeah, you have to go to this website that may not be hosted anymore in 7 years or 6 years, whatever. So yeah. Maybe it means like open the final level in Lunar Magic, the final 255, whatever. No. See, I did find this earlier. There's a little hidden map for level 1FF, which is the maximum. Is it the maximum? Yeah, it is. 1FF is the maximum. It references the title of the Yoshi house. Some plot stuff. And then some mysterious text that who knows what this refers to. Like, what could that mean? For peas. Ah, that makes sense. That could do it. This is what's on the last map here. Never in control. A sea, a field is the name of the Yoshi house. A, C. There's no C button. I was thinking like A, C, A. Yeah, you push the button. No. It's weird, the spacing on this. Control in. What is control in? In control. What is control in Lunar Magic? Never in control. You see where I'm going with that? Does control in do something? Well, it didn't seem to do anything. But you get what I mean. Like, like, oh, maybe it's something silly like that. All right. I've been distracted. Incredible how that works out. There are some allusions to some literary things. I did some research on that to see if there was anything there. I think if there was something related to, oh, you have to know about this, it would be something you could look up. And he would not rely on you just knowing what it is. That's my guess on how he would have done it. Okay, but that's now I'm thinking, yeah, Lunar Magic was the next step. I thought I might have skipped a step by doing that, but no, I don't think so anymore. So the items that I have found, I think I'm in logic, as they say in the rando community. So what I'm actually looking for is how far to the right are we? In this main menu, in this combat main menu, as these items are cycling around, how far to the right are we? But I don't actually want to know how far to the right. I really want to know how far circumference-wise, by arc distance, how close are we to the rightmost point? And that should be something that's possible with the index. Except it's not, because there's also the matter of the rotation not lining up perfectly to the selected index. in which case the rotation actually does matter. Cool. Great. So, so maybe we can get the location of the selected hotspot. Whatever that would be. How would I tell is selected? Maybe we, okay, offset. Offset is always like, is divisible by the number of size, by the size of this list. So it's how many loops around we've done times the size of the list. So it's, for our current size of list, it's 3. So offset is going to be either a value like 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. So trailer basically ready. No. That's what we're starting. That's what we're barely scratching the surface of. I really shouldn't put as much effort into the trailer as I am. Maybe it should be more obviously an unfinished product, but at the same time, I'd like it to look nice. Okay, here's what I'm looking for is, what is the selected index? So I could take our offset and add current select index, maybe? Let me try this. Current hotspot index maybe is current this, which is offset plus current select index would just be the no wrap. Is it just this? Maybe? We're gonna try this. Print this. So this should wrap around. Actually, this actually is possibly very close to what we want. Oh yeah, that was made by Jen/Gwen. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 9. Okay, perfect maybe? Perfect-ish. We're still not quite there, but that is the idea, is that gives us a little bit of something. Current hotspot index. So now we can calculate the difference between that and our hotspot index. So we have our distance from selected equals absolute value, current hotspot index minus hotspot index. And then we will scale it down. So we're gonna say menu item dot scale. Dot set scale. Sure. Main menu item is this thing here, which does have a scale. So I think I can just do set scale on that. Just do the scale setter. I think it's a vector 2. Times, or better yet, divide it by 1 plus distance. All right, this is going to be very wrong, but we're going to go for it. We're going to see what happens. Maybe it'll be very right. We'll see. Okay, well, We're getting there. But it really wants to select that one specifically. Why is that? Is it because of the offset, perhaps? Should I take the offset off? Should I add the offset in? Let's add the offset in. See what happens. Watermelonoid. That's the one. That's the guy. Now, see, that didn't seem to have done anything. Oh, well. Okay, that is something happening there. That's different. Okay, put that back. Put that back. I guess we don't have to keep recompiling this. I can just, yeah, see, now it's at least consistent. So let's change some things around here. Let's make it inconsistent, of course. Huh. Let's see here. So right now I'm doing distance from selected, but that's obviously not quite right. Hotspot index. Oh, actually, here's something that's not really wrapping around because 9 and 0 will be considered to be very far apart. But I don't want that to be the case. I want it to wrap. Paper Mario sure has changed a lot. Boy, howdy, it sure has. We want 9 and 0 to be considered having a distance of 1. So if distance from selected is greater than 5, which is the child count over 2, then distance from selected is actually looping item size 10 minus distance from selected. Okay, well now that's something. That's something. It's still off by quite a bit. What is offset supposed to be? No, that's not what I want. I want startup center index. Let's add center index. Or no, let's take away center index. There it is. Haha. We got there. Okay, this is good, but not good enough. First off, this is huge. I think this gear is too big. But secondly, the scale is too extreme as well. So we want, I guess we just want that main one to be a little bit smaller. So currently our graph is distance versus or scale versus distance is, all right, our baseline is full size. The next one is half size, then a third size, and then a fourth, and then a fifth, and then a sixth, which is not really what we want. What we really would like is more like, like a little bit smaller, like linear almost? Maybe linear. Actually, yeah. Let's see if we can get that so that we zero out at a certain point. Like 4 away, we zero out. Which would mean that we want to go down by a quarter each time. So start with 1. Distance from selected. Start with 1. 4 minus distance from selected. I guess let's just say scale is 4 minus 0.25 times distance from selected. And then clamp that to a minimum of 0, a maximum of 1. And go. Well, that doesn't seem right now, does it? Great. At 0, this... Oh, because that needs to be a 1. Hey, there we go. Not quite right there. Something seems to be missing there. Okay, Yeah, what's going on here? What's the deal? What's the deal? How far away do you think you are? How far away do you think you are exactly? All right, hold on. Can we reset? I guess let's just reset. Okay, it's starting on item, which is not great. That's fine, though. Yeah, so immediately we have a problem here. That is number 9, and this goes back to 0. And I allegedly have code that prevents this from happening by checking your distance. Well, now this seems weird. This seems so weird. Okay. Clearly not mouses. Oh, wait. I see it. I think I see it. What is the distance? What is the distance here? Bar A is a list. A dot append distance from selected. Print my list. Save. Okay, the results are in. 43210 3456543. What the crap? Okay, so that's wrong. It's very wrong right now. That's my takeaway. Is that I thought things looked pretty good, but they're not. They're actually quite wrong. 3, 2, 1. What? 43210 3456543. So our maximum distance from selected is coming back as 6. Okay, so one change there. It's not going to be a visible change. Stop. Redo. 6. Okay. Still seeing a 6 in here. How am I still seeing a 6 in this print list? If distance from selected is current hotspot minus the hotspot index. If the distance from selected is greater than or equal to the size of the looping menu items, which is 10, right? No, it's not, because it loops and loops and loops around. Oh, I forgot about that part. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 of these, actually. Okay, well, at least it looks more normal now until it gets to this point. 1, 0, and then suddenly it thinks it's hitting a 3. Where is this coming from here? Distance from selected should be the current hotspot index. Which actually, I guess I don't know what that is. Let's print that. 0. Makes sense. Okay. Minus hotspot index. That's a weird one. Let's see what those look like. 4321 098765543. Huh. Oh yeah, that is number 9. Okay, okay. Huh. Current hotspot index is not what I want. But its distance should be considered to be... All right, so I should go off of hotspot count. Let's do this here. I'm making some changes. I'm doing a little programming off camera. Don't worry about it. Never you mind. Okay. It should not be looping menu item size minus selected. It should be hotspot count. That can't be right. Big, big, big. Medium, 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 medium. Well, I say it can't be right, and yet that's looking okay. Huh. Well.
Oh look,
look.
It's Dobbs. You know, the other day, I got a pack of Pokemon cards.
You don't say.
Can you believe it? I paid very little for the packs, and some of the cards were written on. That's
no.
Unacceptable. There was a Squirtle
Unacceptable?
named Debbie, a Snorlax named Joe, and the worst of all, a Charizard named Elizabeth. Basically what I'm saying is, I got a lizard.
There it is. Covers up the companion. It won't. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. One thing I need to do is add smoother scaling. So the distance is going to be more or less than we think. It's going to be based on target rotation and actual rotation. Actual rotation is this guy right here. So let's see here. Actual rotation minus target rotation. I'm going to take that. Well, 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 if it isn't Dupu. This is not a spoiler-free stream, FYI. So Dupu, I know you might want to be wanting to go in blind when you play through Shine. If so, just mute the stream. But stay here. I need your viewership. I need those numbers go up. Distance from selected is an index. So we're going to shift it by a float. The theta offset divided by 2 pi should give us how much of the circle off we are. We can then multiply that by the hotspot count. And then maybe just add that to distance from selected to get a smoother, well, well, no, that doesn't work. That did not work at all. That made it worse. So maybe minus equals. No, it's definitely doing some weird stuff this way. Maybe weird stuff is okay? I don't know. Well, one thing for sure is we want to get rid of... we do want to clamp this down to 0. It's not going down quick enough, is it? Just delete that. Well, see, now it goes down too fast. Maybe this is all right. Maybe if the whole thing is scaled down, then we're in better shape. So let's try that. Let's try scaling this whole thing down. Well, that didn't seem to have much of an effect there. We might need to rerun this. Okay, well that's something, certainly. Okay, I need to go into the remote view and adjust it there, I think. Battle menus. Combat main menu, that's the one. That's the guy right there. So now we can move this around all willy-nilly. We don't want it covering things up. See, why is it... It's growing the wrong way, isn't it? See, this one's working great, and this one's actually going the wrong way. Okay. Yeah, everything below is working exactly like I want it to. If I cover that up with my... Yeah, that's actually super good. Huh. Okay, what if it was smaller? Overall, I want these smaller as well. Yeah, that's because we're cheating. That's because we're cheating. We want this to be gone, effectively. Oh, actually, that's one way we can make that gone, is start this at 0.75. Okay, that's something. We're getting there. All right, so 0.7 on this, 0.6 on this. Oh, I know that game. One. Let's go negative 1.5. Okay. Copy this value. And the scale is going to be 0.7. All right, so stop. Take this. paste this. This is now 0.7. Save it. Run it. Yeah. It does. Isn't that strange? So let's look at the code that's doing that. And by let's, I mean just me. So Dupu, I had an epiphany on stream mere minutes before you arrived. I've been trying to figure out where the trail is going with the puzzles. And I got into one point, like, well, it's gotta refer to this. Oh, thanks, crap. I was going through the puzzle, like, aha, all right, so this is a clue to here, and I got there to where I thought the clue was pointing me, and I got just like a story room, and I was like, well, there's one of these in every level. Why would such a big clue point there? Unless, and then I figured it out. Well, at least I think I figured out where it's pointing. Now I just got to figure out what to do with the clue because I don't have enough information about the thing. The new place I'm in the puzzle is it's something I have limited experience with. But maybe I can bump my way through it. I don't know if I'll be the first to solve things, but I'm not going to be the last. That's for sure. Where is this little mess up happening? It's something when it crosses over 0, right? It's got to be this. It's got to be this. Hang on. It's got to be. I'm going to take this out temporarily. Nope. Nope, that wasn't it. Probably. Yeah, if you just look down here, this works fine in either direction that it goes. It's doing exactly what I expect. But up here, it's inverting the direction that I want it to go. So that's got to be this right here. If I change this to a plus, then now this works fine. And this one is the one that gets wrong. Okay, that gets me something. Distance from selected. Oh, I got an idea. Do this. Okay, now they're both wrong, which is that's a step in the right direction. No, wait, it was so close. I thought that was gonna do it. Distance from selected is based on this. So multiply this by -1 if this, else 1. Oh no. Great, so that sometimes does it. Crud. Okay, well that's not the way to go then. In its current state, it's consistent at least. Here come the ads. Ads, get down. Oh, I saw it. We just got to follow like 8 minutes ago. Well, now there's ads, so I'll call it out in a bit. Oops. Why is this doing this thing that it's doing? Okay, think about the values. What actual values are we getting here? Distance from selected. Okay. No. No, that doesn't make sense. Distance from selected. This one has a distance from selected of 0. These should both be 1. These should both be 2. So the idea is that when we're in between... Okay. Print this value here. This offset value. What is that? Okay. Negative. Positive. Negative, positive. Ah. That was not the fix. Dang it. Okay. But yeah, the idea is that like the distance from selected, we've got like a theta offset. Fractional distance offset. It's going to be this value right here. So we don't have to calculate it every time. So that should just be right there. So negative value, positive value. Why would that matter? So right now I'm subtracting it. So I'm increasing our distance, which is good. Increase that drops to 0. Increase the distance. So like right now it's actually 0 plus that little extra. And when that happens, yeah, that little extra is wrong. So it's thinking of everything moving towards it. So what I want to say is, hey, if your actual distance is... If your non-absolute value distance... Hotspot index. No, careful now. Current hotspot index is selected hotspot index, isn't it? Let's rename that to be more apparent as to what it does. All right, so the selected index is like, this is index number 5, let's say. 4 and 6 both are very close. What I'm really caring about is, okay, but which one is further up the chain? This is a bad idea, but it would work. All right, we'll do this. This is a bad way to do it. We're doing a bad thing with this. All right, first let's do this. Wrong. Great. Oh, now it flickers. Eh? Anyway, thank you for the follow from like 15 minutes ago that I'm just now seeing because I'm covering up my dashboard with all this code. At least it does the thing I want, except guess what? It doesn't do the thing I want because all of these are offset. That is attack. That is tactics. And that is items. Neat. Boom, boom. Why does it flicker now? It's so small. Don't like it. Don't like it. This needs to be deleted completely. Okay, so why is this off by 1? I mean, that's probably not too terrible of a thing. It's probably because hotspot 1 is in the rightmost position instead of hotspot 0, which is the one at the bottom position. No, that's not it. Okay. I just kind of thought maybe it would mean that that is attack, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that. Cool. Neat. Well then. Let's just add 1. Let's just add 1. Nope, let's subtract 1. Attack. Item. It's fixed. Incredible. Alright, well, it works. It's dumb, but it works. Cool. Oh, that's awful, though. It just appears. It just appears. We can't have that. Okay, so when this thing is created, we should immediately lerp in or something. How are we gonna do that? How are we gonna do that? We could have an animation on it. We could just throw an animation on it. Let's do that. Make an animation player. Give it a new animation. Call it slide in. Where we mess with the position. We do want a reset track for this. If we can have that. Are the fights going to be mixed? Like combinations of different things? Is that what you mean? Like different enemies available? To some degree. Not crazy. Not a crazy amount, but yes. Oh my. This is going to be autoplay. There we go. Try it again. Boom, boom. All right, we get a slide in. Kind of wish it would slide out as well. And it slides in. Why not a crazy amount? That's... you know what? It's a great point, Willow. Let's just go crazy with it. Welcome in, Day. Script. I think the base menu script has some kind of... yeah, delete after select. We can say the delete after select is false for this one. And then we can say that on selection made. Lizards. Battles and things to be crazy. I mean, yes, but if you go in to play a game of chess with someone, you're expecting a specific game, and maybe it would throw you for a loop if they started throwing down Uno cards. That's a good point, Willow. I guess what we can do is add a on after select function, and assuming that you select, we will call that, and then we can override it here by saying, hey, play that animation backwards. Was it called slide in? Slide in, but differently. Slide in. And then wait. It would complicate things, yes. Wait 5 seconds and then delete it. All right. Go. Except it's going to keep the little menu items up, and I don't want that. Yeah, like that. I want those to go away immediately. Or at least, like, also slide out or something. How can we do that? How should we do that? Is maybe a better question. Where did we add these in? They get added to the hotspots? Is that where these are going? We hook them up to the hotspot? No, we just project them to that. Where do we actually add them in, though? Oh, they just get added as a child object. Okay, well, maybe we could have something a little bit nicer for it. 2D container. Take that, and that's what we'll add things to, so that on after select, we can do a bunch of tween magic. For node 2D in get children. How do we do tweens again? Give me the tween magic. This right here. That's the one. Do a tween. Take this object, change its modulate property to color dot transparent over the course of 0.3 seconds. Thank you. Here we go. Let's see it. Hey, it did fade out. Could probably do that a little faster, actually. 0.3, make that 0.15. Why do these at the top not... Ah, there it is. Okay. All right, all right. It's fine, it's fine. We're getting there. Cool. All right. That works. We got it. Okay, let's look at our big list of things to do here. Custom font. Yeesh. It's gonna be a pain. Let's look at something else that I want to do, which is rich text effects. Rich text effects. Let's talk about rich text effects. Where are our rich text effects? Where did I store those? Here. Okay, okay. We don't have a lot of them. Pretty much we have none of them. Pull up. Go. Rich text effect. All right. So Godot has support for fancy little doohickeys. I can find it. Okay. Do they have any examples here about these? About these fancy things? Here we go. So I've got it. It has effects that you can do with text built in on rich text labels. And we can actually build our own. So that's fun. So here's an example of one. Let's see here. How does this work? So we can get parameters passed in, and then we can modify Here's the piece I don't know what all we can modify. We can apparently modify color. What other things can we modify, though? In a rich text effect. No? No? Well, let's see. Okay, what else is in these examples here? Char FX. We can change the glyph index. Get text server. Oh boy. Okay, it looks like for the most part we are modifying this char FX object. We can look at the elapsed time. Whatever range is. Okay. Okay, so this process custom FX, that's the thing we're really messing with. Oh, here we go, here we go. Yes, these are the things we can change. Okay, it passes in a char FX transform. So we can look at outline, range, how far into the custom effect block you are, total amount of time the text has been running, which is useful for kind of like wavy effects. Can I get how long that specific piece of text has been up, though? I don't know that I can. So here's what's tricky is that I'm doing this sort of text reveal method, which may not be the best way to do it, as it turns out, especially for playing with this kind of code. Let's just try it, see what we can come up with. So we're gonna grab one of these custom ones as a starting point. And we are going to make a new custom text effect. We're going to call this text impact. This is going to be the text like slamming down onto the thing. So we're going to call it impact. So I guess let's use this ghost as a test. We'll go into our conversations for chapter 1, and we'll look at the dancing frog. I'm going to say impact. This is a test. Test 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Okay, so let's go into room D and see what the sample looks like. This is not room D. The game was already running, so it just started rerunning the same scene that I started on last time. All right, here we go. Yay, it didn't work because I forgot that you have to do some extra stuff to register it. Where do we do that? Dialog box, 2D, rich text label, custom effects, add element, and then we pull that in. No, we don't. That's apparently not it. What is this? Where is this object? Okay, add element, new rich text ghost. Whoops. Class name, rich text impact. Okay, now. Now, how do can I, no, that's not it. Load. No, where is this? Where does it think this is? Who do you think you are? If I build, and then does it appear in the list of options? No? Okay, rich. Nope, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. How did this happen? I don't remember how to do this, how to pull this in. Because it's not just this, apparently. Because that's not a text object. It's a rich text effect. Path, dialog box. So where's it coming in from? Let's use Google. Can be loaded into the rich text label inspector. So it seems like it should be something we can new up here. Uh-huh. Like, do I need to actually make... I don't think I need to make the actual object. Rich text effect. But I can. Oh, wait. No, I can't. Not listed there. It extends rich text effect, though. So... how to add... Where do we get this in here? Okay, but like, how do we get it? Yeah, I see how to make, I know how to make them, but how do I add them to the available custom effects? That is the question. Why is it not allowing me to... and nobody better say that I should check my normals. That's not what we're doing. I know it's the go-to. Rich text effect. Custom rich text effect. Under markup, select custom effects and add the following effect. Add type to your text. Yeah. Under markup, select custom effects, add the following effect. I can't add it. Like, can I just do this? Will that work if I do that? Will the game allow that? To add just a GD script? Reverse the polarity. Now we're talking. No, see, that's still not using our custom object. Oh, it appeared for some reason. All right, we're in. I don't know. So now I was able to change it to the thing I actually wanted. It just wasn't available in the drop-down up until just now. Okay. Okay. So that's something. So notably, it is... So that's not the one we're going to be using, but that's an example. So now we can actually mess with that a bit. Span. Interesting. Oh, it's based on the X position. Okay. And a sinusoidal range to get an alpha, but we don't want an alpha here. We just want it to do each individual character one at a time, just pow, 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 and then stay put. Is that possible? Is that possible? All right, let's see what, let's see, where are our list of allowed things to mess with? Let's see here. Didn't I just have this up? This one. We were looking at this function here and seeing what things we have access to. Offset in position. What about size? Can I control the size of it? Because that would be good. Font. That's scary. Glyph index. Font. Like, can I mess with the font size? Doesn't seem likely. Uses a font okay, so that's not what we're looking for. Here we go, font size. You can mess with font size, it looks like. I think. Oh, actually, maybe not. Because that's like a parameter. Maybe it'll let us do that. We're gonna try some things here. Godot text effect font size. Can you do dynamic font size? Doesn't look likely. This feels like this should be easy to do, and is apparently not easy to do, which is interesting. I would have expected it to be easy to do. Not on board with this. Not on board with this. Huh. Yeah. You can change the position of a glyph, but not its actual size. There's gotta be some way. What if... So one option is every one of these special big letters is just like... fake. It's just a regular size letter, but we draw over it. As each one appears, we draw a custom sprite over top of everything that shows the effect of a big letter appearing. Maybe this isn't even necessary. Okay, well, let's just list that as on hold and mention what the problem is for future self. Can't seem to control font size. with text effect, even drawn size. Because we don't, I think the reason is it doesn't want us messing with the actual font size because that controls the layout of things. And that's not what I want to do. I just want to do a letter that's too big for its position that kind of switches back to the appropriate size very quickly. But that's not available. All right, so check that one off the list as a nah, not quite. Lava bubble. Yay, you did it, GQ. All right. Maybe we capture some footage. Oh wait, I can't do that. I'm using OBS already. Ha 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 ha. Well, later then. Lizard. We gotta figure out this second partner because I think it would be so cool to have it. It's like the list of cool. It's basically a hook shot in a 1,000-Year Door game. I would love that. I would love to have a hook shot. It's coming. There we go. Ugh. Give me my lizard. Uh-oh. Where's my lizard? Uh-oh, did I not save that lizard mock-up? I guess it's okay. It was just a mock-up. Give me the details by date. I did not save it. I did not save the lizard. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What we should be doing then is just doing it from scratch. Cat is somewhere in here. Cat. Where's your sprite? Oh, there she is. Ugh. We need a different kind of this. Cat is bigger than Dabble. Lizard character is probably going to be smaller. I want the lizard to stick out its tongue and then, like, try and grab things from a distance. But if you hit a solid object, you can slip on over to it through the magic of partner ability. Bernard Q. It's a Q now. God. It keeps changing. Haha, Paper Mario humor. No, just sounds like regular video game blah 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 blah. It's Star Fox noises. Oh, it wasn't Lava Bubble. It turns out Lava Bubble was not a Minecraft block. Okay, a lizard. I drew the lizard on Dabble's head, but the lizard should actually walk around. So we want about 900 by 700. It's gonna be a young lizard. A young lizard. Actually, I don't know if we're gonna get very far in this tonight. I'm losing energy a bit. Huh? Yeah. Lizard. Ugh. Drawing pad. Spell a password when chronological. It's perfect. The perfect crime. Don't think this is the time. Okay, get rid of those tabs. Oh. No, I'm just gonna get a good rest tonight. Good sleep. Okay, so we've got Cat. There she is. Lizard. Does the lizard walk around? Let's see here. It's a tiny lizard. We have an awoken child. Okay, she's just looking around for her stuffed animals. Lost in a sea of stuffed animals. Okay. Chameleon. Small. Gonna be small. Like, oh wait, we actually do have a. Hang on, we have an example of our lizard characters from many moons ago. Let's see. Where was that? There he is. Wow. This guy looks great. He's very earnest. I have to remember that the partners in this game need to be the voice of the party. He is a chameleon, yes. So he can't be this weird thing. He has to be able to talk to the NPCs. And this character does not, to me, yell party face. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that. You like him? Well, that's something. All right, let's get these characters in for reference. Some other characters available. Toes. I mean, a frog could be a decent ally as well. And then we still get the sticky tongue business. But maybe there's enough frogs as it is. Having a whole town of frogs. But I'd like to see if there's something we can do with this chameleon character. He'd be a little bit smaller than the rest of the party. Not look like that exactly. It'd be... Could be like licking his own eyeball or something. It's gonna be very dumb looking. Oh, wow, GQ. Nice. How did this even... I need to grab this as well. There we go. Get this guy in here as a reference photo. It's like maybe this could work. Maybe. Definitely needs some work. It's done. That's a good point. You could just look like that. Let's see here. Work on these eyes a bit. Make him a little less... We want a little bit less of this going on. As hilarious as it is. And very on brand for Lizard. There he is, licking his eyeball. Just smile politely, just like, I'm just happy to be here. Chameleons? They have like conical eyes. Like their eyes are like an actual cone shape. A truncated cone. It's very weird. It's very weird. We can let his eyes, like little eyes, bulge a bit. Should he have, what if he has glasses? No, wait. What's his personality? Originally the script called for this character to be like a young, plucky adventurer sort, like excited for adventure and to get out and see the world, which would do a very nice early contrast with Kat, who's very reserved and cynical about the world. And there'd be some fun little interplay there right off the bat. So I feel like he needs some kind of collar so that his head is not just like nothing. He's a coward. Possibly. Oh, but like that kind of steps a little bit too close to Thousand Year Door, where partner number 2 is a bit shy and cowardly. The chameleons have a bit more of like a this thing going on. Bit of a plock shape happening here. Although you would think, like, oh, well, a chameleon, you gotta have invisibility power. That's its big thing. I don't know if we're gonna end up doing that or not. To a certain degree, Vivian does that in Thousand Year Door, but it's not so much invisibility as intangibility. And it's very, very rare. Like, it's convoluted, the situations where you need to use her ability on the field. Versus, say, Koops, where it's like, oh yeah, oh, well, of course, yeah, something's across this gap that we can't reach. Well, yeah, perfect, Koops. Little belly. Is he doing like little T-Rex arms here? He can attack with his tail. He can attack with his tongue. Like, it feels like tongue would be the Wait, I feel like we could give this guy so many different little faces. Oh. Instantly, good character. Hey, but like, what is his deal? Cat at least has clothes. Like, he could be newly hatched and like still have a bit of eggshell on him. Should be very doofy looking. Maybe a little too doofy. So he's young, he's full of energy and excitement about the world. Bikini. I'm gonna veto that. So he's not a button up and a tie sort. We could do a baseball cap. A little visor. That sort of spells youthfulness. Bubble pipe. Little hat is good. Little hat and shoes. That could be enough right there. A little blue cat. Blue and orange. Some nice complementary colors there. They are, and I have been thinking it would be fun to tie a little bit of his backstory in with that. But much later. In fact, it might be worth even slowing down how soon that part of the game comes up. Like, actually push that chapter number back a bit. Just specifically to increase the time it takes for that to pay off. Because it feels a little too forced if it's like, oh, a little abandoned baby chameleon, and then you immediately like, oh, hi, I'm the chameleon's parents. Okay, well, glad we solved that. See ya. Big eye. Oh, I hate it. Too big. Gang's all here. He doesn't look finished. What's wrong with him? Is it the lack of clothes? Is it because he's naked? Two green guys. Huh. There we go. I might not even need the hat anymore, I don't know. Let's see here. Okay. And the hat could even bob around a little bit on his head. Or not. Certainly does look young and full of energy. Where it doesn't matter. Yeah, the shirt helped. Maybe. Maybe this is what he needs to look like. He's just got to be able to... See, here's where it's going to get interesting, is somehow he needs to be able to latch out his tongue. From the frog. From some random frog? Why does this frog matter? We can occasionally share colors with NPCs. That's okay. I don't think that's a problem. It's just like, here's the three main characters, and also this guy that wanted to take a photo with us. Yeah, the frog is not a playable character. The frog's just sitting here in town. Yeah, it's gonna be a tricky animation. Because we want to piece them apart a little bit, similar to everybody else. Which, that does make it helpful that we have the shirt. He's unfinished because we haven't actually started drawing his final pieces yet. Like, that might be a decent enough design. Just, there he is. It's like, Kat was heavily accessorized. You know, she's got the wrench, she's got the goggles, she's got gloves, she's got the bandage. It's a whole thing. Are there any snakes in this game? I'm considering making them a villainous faction in the Wild West chapter, because I think I would like to play off Armed and Dangerous with them having no arms, and it'd be a very funny running gag. And also they could be wearing a single boot each, which would also be funny. Alright, I guess let's go for it here. I think that's probably about the right scale compared to Kat as well. So what we're gonna do is we're going to grab some pieces of Kat here to get the right scale. So this is how big Kat actually is. Now let's get a quick screenshot of assembled Kat so we can scale that up. Okay, got it. Alright, so this is the actual size. The actual sized Kat. Alright, the rest is fine. It's fine. Okay, so there's Kat for scale. So what is the difference there in size? Do we have any measurement here? It does not tell us, actually. Cool. It looks like about 50% difference. A little less than 50%. So let's take this mock-up here and increase it similarly to be a little bit smaller than Kat. There we go. There's our character size. You have rulers on top of well, so Photoshop actually gives you a percentage change when you're in the middle of doing, maybe it's tool options? No. Photoshop gives you a percentage change, so when you're dragging, it will tell you, okay, you are currently at 153% of the original size of this selection. That's what I was looking for. But we can eyeball it. It's not a big deal. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. Okay, group that. New layer outside of the group. Kat's outline is not as thick as I would have imagined. Okay, so it's closer to 6. I would like to... Awfully presumptuous. Let's see here. Brush. We'll start with the shoes. Let's do 7. Let's kind of err on the side of a little bit of a thicker line here. Uh-huh. I keep hitting the... Let me see if I can turn that off. Pin buttons. Okay, it says none. Okay, yeah, they don't do anything. They're just squeezable in an uncomfortable way. I'm not... Yeah, usually... I guess it depends on the game I'm playing. But for a lot of systems, I'm not a fan of the players trying that. The group that I'm with now is pretty good about like not stepping on toes or anything. They have a pretty good feel for it. And then we want second layer that just fills that in. There we go, and then we can lock opacity there for coloring to whatever color. Let's actually just go ahead and do that. This might be a little bit too bright, but we can shift it in a bit. Okay, so now how are we going to paper doll this character? When walking, it feels like the body up to the shirt should be one unit. Tail should be separate somehow. Arms separate, and then head does some kind of attachment that I'm not 100% sure on yet. So he's gonna be really goofy later. We just gotta get to that point. These things take time. There we go. Now we've got a lizard party. Are you happy? Is this what you wanted? Give just a little bit of a little goofy bloop shape. Okay, so here's where it gets weird, is this is gonna kind of cut off and the tail's gonna connect. Maybe the understanding is that the connection happens just behind it. Giant lizards carrying balloons! Yeah! Should the shirt be its own object? I don't think it should. This is gonna get weird soon. I can tell. I can just tell this is gonna get weird. Because that's not what we want. Like right off the bat, that's not what we want. Because what we're actually aiming for is like this to be two separate objects, but not actually two separate objects. It's weird. Okay. It's something. It's something. I'm not 100% on board, but we'll get there in the end. Maybe it'll grow on me. Okay. Imp, welcome to the party. It's kind of a party. Something's going on here. Hey, Zergo. Welcome in. You did retain a lizard party. Well, that's good. Gosh, I didn't even see the lizard party come in. 25 minutes ago, a lizard party snuck under the radar. Okay. This sure is something that we're doing. We sure do have plans here. Get rid of this. All right, the head. This is sure is something. Willow, you're so positive. You're gonna get in trouble. He looks too animated. What do you mean too animated? What does that even mean? He's completely static. Positive to a fault. Okay, his head's just gonna kind of dip down in here somehow. Blends in. Because I've got her opacity turned down. Is that what you mean? Wrong layer. He's just happy to be here. He's got a little bit of a Homer Simpson mouth. You're talking about his colors, I assume, maybe? Is that they're fully saturated right now? There's not a lot of texture to it. The things that we haven't gotten to, I assume, is what you're referring to? Yes, okay, flat colors. There's no depth or shading yet. We are going to add that. We do actual, like, lizard cone eyes here. big ol' eyes. No, I have to select the additional colors, like the shadow colors that we're gonna add in. Boy, this guy sure is a character. Okay. All right. There he is. Cool. Except that's gonna go behind that. Where's his... There. Okay, that's gonna go down there. Okay, better. So dumb looking. He better look better soon. I'm gonna be very cross. Alright, the hat. The hat. To give him the youthful innocence. Great hat there. Looks really good. Looks real good. Okay, just give me the little bright blue for the top. Let's just use this color for the bottom. Boy, he looks like he has no idea what's going on. There's no thought between these eyes. Maybe that's perfect. Maybe that's exactly what we want here. All right, arms. Great. That's fine, honestly. Can do that one for both arms, even. We'll need... seal that in a bit. Selection, fill, build. Okay, there are the pieces. Yeah, it is kind of late. All right, to do. Add some shading to this. Oh no, this is terrible. Add some shading to this thing. We need to figure out some different animation poses, so like what pieces might be missing. For example, like with Cat, how she has different eyes. So we might do something with this, not this guy. Not this guy, of course. This guy. So maybe he'll get some eyebrows that he can emote with a bit. And an open mouth pose as well. And then somehow we see if we can arrange these existing pieces into a tongue sticking out animation. We'll see. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight. Is there anyone? Let's see. Let's see what's going on. What's going on in the world right now? Well, nobody's playing Shine, so that's out. Oh wait, Glitchcat is. Well, I'm not rating Glitchcat. He just doesn't have Shine in his title. Let's see here. I'm looking at things, I'm seeing what we're gonna do. Are we gonna do anything? We might not be doing anything tonight. This may be a no-thing night. It's been a while since we've had a no-thing night. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. Great time. Slow progress. Progress has been slow these past couple of days. But at least we got the battle thing looking okay. Yay! What a fun world. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys next time. Which is Wednesday, by the way, in case there's any question on it. Good night.